The principles of this chart were developed by the Army's Asymmetric Warfare Group to assist units in the interdiction of insurgent IED-related activity. As you see, the IED chain starts with A, where funding and procurement activity is taking place, and ends with the insurgents fleeing the scene of an IED attack at N. Each letter represents a critical requirement or specific threat activity depending on our depth of understanding about the enemy or potential vulnerability. What this chart highlights is our ability to template network activity based on how the threat typically operates within the operational environment. Although not as rigid as previous Cold War templates, the same principles apply. Understanding the goals and actions required of the insurgents to carry out their mission will assist us in stopping IEDs from ever being emplaced. Using this doctrinal form of templating, we can take this model or doctrinal template and incorporate it into a situational template. The situational template reflects many of the same activities, but it reflects geography as well as the battlefield effects on current enemy and friendly operations. These templates then form the event template, which is essentially a guide for collection planning that depicts named areas of interest, or NAIs, where threat activity is suspected of occurring. Based on the observables and signatures associated with the activity and the most likely times when the activity can be detected, collection systems are assigned the task of conducting collection and reporting the activity. The process starts with the commander identifying the focus of effort, or the key network element he determined is the center of gravity. Then we can identify the network critical capabilities and supporting critical requirements. Once the supporting critical requirements are identified, we must consider all of the specific activities that must take place for the network to be successful. We can use anything from a simple wire diagram or doctrinal template to a highly complex matrix. Whichever tool you use, it has to portray or describe the link between each of the critical requirements or activities. In the following example, a commander wants to neutralize the threat's ability to detonate improvised explosive devices in his battle space. The staff knows the components are coming from a nearby country. They also know that caches are often used and the components must be brought to a centralized location for an expert to make the bomb. The intelligence staff begins work by describing each of the critical requirements associated with the threat operation. They can wargame the threat's actions from the point of detonation and work backwards in time, or they can start with the initial action. This is determined by the staff's level of understanding of the network and the information and intelligence available to refine that understanding.